welcome to SoCal Harvest.
California, if you're excited to be back together, let me hear you give a cheer.
Harvest Christian Fellowship is a ministry that's been around for nearly 50 years. We started back in the early 70s under the leadership of Pastor Laurie. Our pastor is actually a big fan of technology and media and loves to use every aspect of it to help him assist with furthering the gospel message. I'm Ken Sanders. I am the video production supervisor here at Harvest Christian Fellowship.
My name is Kevin Phillips. I'm the lead editor, and they call me a shredditor because I can work behind the camera, behind the computer, and everything in between.
Our team is shooting video content weekly. We have our weekly television broadcast. We have a big presence on YouTube. We do live services every Sunday here, which are streamed. It has allowed us to connect with people across the United States and in other countries. We get stuff thrown at us that needs to be turned around 2-3 days. Yeah, we've got a lot going on.
I would say my entire job depends on technology, from what we're doing in the field to posts and everything in between. What we're most well known for, I would say, is probably our large evangelistic events that we hold every year here in SoCal.
SoCal Harvest is an event that we've been doing for over 30 years at Angel Stadium. This year was a little different, where we shot it a little more cinematically. We had a lot of challenges at this event. On top of the broadcast truck there, which was 10 record decks itself, all 4K UHD. And then we had Sony A7Ss and drone footage. We had some Reds as well, so there was a lot of different types of media at this event. All that stuff needed to be offloaded by the end of the night. It's pretty important that technology works for us and is not going to break down on us. We're now shooting higher res content. We need the equipment to respond faster, and so OWC was our solution for that.
Trust me when I tell you, this is not like any SoCal Harvest you've been to before.
OWC recommended the ThunderBlade mainly for speed. We have field crews that are out there shooting very high resolutions, which are very big files, and we're in such a time constraint to collect all that footage the fastest way we could. Came in very handy for us. We didn't spend hours transferring footage, and we're able to bring it back here and then adjust it to the Jellyfish.
For someone who doesn't necessarily know what the Jellyfish is, it's our server that's based here in the office that all of our systems are connected to. It enables all of our editors to seamlessly work on the same project on different systems without having to use an external drive like a portable one to transport physically to different workstations. It just kind of streamlines our workflow, so we're not having to bug each other like, hey, can I get this piece of media, or is this exported here? It's kind of just, it's all in one place. Any church or really any production company, if you have multiple editors and multiple shooters, it's a pretty important piece of technology to have. It would be 10 times slower to do our job without it. I would say the Jellyfish server is a huge upgrade to our previous server.
The server that we had before would just crash on us. So when we first started looking at servers to replace the one that we had, we actually had a volunteer here that was serving at one of the campuses, a former Apple employee, and he suggested that we look at LumaForge. We purchased the Jellyfish 2 years ago. It's been very reliable for us ever since. The access to support is very important when you're dealing with technology, especially such a big purchase as a server. With OWC, we haven't had any issues with the server itself. It's been great, but just the support tickets for updates or whatever, the response has been quick, like within an hour or so.
It's been a pretty great experience, and the fact that I haven't really even had to think about the server because we've never had an issue with it, so. But it's definitely an important piece of our workflow.
What I see in the future for the media ministry here is that it's only going to grow. bigger and bigger. With technology changing, we're only going to grow more with the outlets that we're able to put media out on. It's going to be a challenge for us the next few years to be able to keep people's attention. I think the way we do that is by being more creative with the content that we're producing. Our experience with OWC has been great. I think every ministry should be utilizing media and technology. I mean, if they're, using biblical principles, it's all about making disciples and growing God's kingdom. And the way you do that is by reaching people, utilizing the tools that are available.
OWC, creativity without limits.